everything that I engage in is very personal. It's based off of my own experience, you know. If I say I'm an artist, I've made up my mind. You can say whatever you want, but in my mind I am an artist. It's more of an internal thing that I need to take up my own space. I need to crown myself because nobody's gonna crown me. My name is Mandisa Makhanya. And it's a great honor to be here, to be the first artist in this podcast. So thank you, Tony.
I'm glad to host you. And who gave you the name?
My mom. The greatest woman to ever walk on this earth.
Yeah.
It's my mom.
Because I heard you saying that like you don't want to fixate on something, and because it's like, you know, stresses you a lot.
Yes.
I want to ask you a question with respect to like what I just said right now. So when you have an idea as an artist, do you fixate like to the idea?
Definitely.
Does that like stress you out?
It bugs me. So if I have an idea, I'm just gonna give you one example in uni. At uni we were given concepts. We were supposed to work with concepts, and I had this wonderful idea of one of the paintings that I have.
And what did you like study in uni?
I studied fine arts.
Fine arts.
DVT,
Oh, yes, yeah.
Fine arts for 4 years. So I just decided to go against my concept, and I had to convince my lecturers that I was so adamant that my idea is a brilliant idea.
Okay.
And I convinced my lecturers to let me do it.
And
so I
you
was
did
like,
it.
F the concept. I want to do what I want to do, and I did it.
And how did they make you feel?
Make me feel.
Yeah.
Some people would say I'm stubborn, but no, that's not the case. I feel like we all have ways of expressing ourselves.
Yes.
And at that particular time, I wanted to express myself via that painting. It's an idea that I had, and I mean, I worked for it. It was a push and pull type of thing, and I think it's one of the most challenging paintings I've ever done. So I worked for it, and I'm very proud of it.
Would you consider yourself a brave person?
A brave person, definitely.
Because you stood up for yourself.
Yes, and I try to do that often. I mean, should I be caught in a situation, I'm not just going to be impulsive and act on that, but I do take my time to think things through. And once I've thought about it, I make up my mind, and I'm like, all in, I'm doing it.
That's great, man. You know, I have this like theory that like artists are born twice, right? The first time is when you come to Earth, and then the second time is when you realize that you're an artist. So when was a second time you came to Earth, you're born?
I think just after high school, when I decided to, because I didn't study art in high school. I wanted to, but then I was denied the opportunity to, because I was already in grade 11 when I had to do the whole switcheroo thing.
Okay.
So after high school, I tried to apply for other things, but I was never content in those things that I applied for. And I was just like, let me go study what I like doing, because I did draw, I did paint.
Okay.
I had a small portfolio at home, and I applied, got accepted, was interviewed, and I was told that I can start studying fine art, but I had to do what can I call it, like an introductory course into fine arts, because I didn't study art in high school. So I added another year. Instead of 3 years, I studied 4 years at DVT. I was like, I'm more than happy to do it.
Because
as long
it's
as
what you
I'm
love.
Inside. Yeah.
So with your upbringing, do you think you had like, you know, opportunities to like pursue art?
I always had it in me. I would sketch. I still write till this day, but I've always written for as long as I can remember. But I don't write for people as well. Whatever I write is very personal. Not that many people know what I write. Poetry, and just, I think a lot. So whatever I think, I try to write it down as well. I have an ton of notes.
You fixate on stuff a lot.
Yes.
And you stress a lot.
Yes. I mean, I might encounter someone or go through something, and I might not express myself right there and then, but best believe that there's something written about that whole situation on my phone.
I feel you.
So I've always been like that for as long as I can remember.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think the second time I was born, as you were putting it, was just after high school. And I feel like, okay, to add on to that, whenever I go to art events, I get high. Like, off of that energy, it excites me so much.
Goosebumps high?
Yeah, definitely. You meet people that you wouldn't normally meet on a regular basis. You follow people on Instagram, and once you see them in person, like, oh, it's you. I'll follow you, and you know, it's a whole thing. So I would say I get reborn every single time I enter an art space, because there's something about it. It's a community.
Yes.
And being in Durban, it's like everyone knows everyone, or I might know someone that somebody else knows. It's a whole thing.
Can you remember the first piece of art that made you feel something?
Yes. In uni, there's a painting of mine. Okay, so in ancient art, or back in the days when it comes to art, it was mainly white figures that were painted.
Yes.
So I was studying that in uni, and I was like, because the whole reasoning behind it was that them are a vision of God. So whatever they were replicating is a vision of God. So I deemed myself worthy of that as well, that I am also a replica of God.
Yeah.
So it was a live interaction, should I say.
Yes.
So I wasn't even myself, man. I was this subject.
It sounds like spiritual. Go for it. Go for it.
It was a whole experience, because no phones were allowed. You just walk in and out, or sit for a couple of seconds, walk up to the podium, view what was displayed, of which was just me, this black figure in, what's the word? I don't want to say fancy drapery, but it was this black figure embodied in rich drapery, is what I can think of for now. And I recorded the whole thing. I put cameras so I could capture people's reactions. I wasn't interacting with the people, so they would just walk up to me, and there would be that silent interaction of them looking at me and me not reacting to them, and then they'd walk away. And it was a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful thing.
Would you want to relive that moment?
In other forms, yes, because I feel like that's the most I've pushed myself when it comes to art.
Yeah.
And maybe not in that particular way anymore, but I am willing to take it that far again.
Okay. With the things that, like you said, we want to see how that's linked to what, like, you pour, like, on the canvas.
Okay, I am very big on being who you are and staying true to that. So me deeming myself as an artist, or someone who's, if I say I'm an artist, I've made up my mind. You can say whatever you want, but in my mind I am an artist, so no one can convince me otherwise.
Okay.
And just like I said, if I have an idea, I'm gonna fixate on it. Take this piece for example. I wanted it to just scream elegance, artistry, but it's a black figure, of which is something, I'm not gonna say it's not common, because there's social media and there's more artists coming into the light now.
Yes.
But back in the days, it wasn't a norm, to be deemed of class.
Okay.
To be seen in a certain light. So I wanted to portray myself in that light as well. See myself in that light. Hence, this baby right here.
Who's in the canvas? Who's on the canvas?
Your one and only. So this is me. I have a thing of not liking to represent demographics.
Okay.
Because I fall under many demographics. So I don't want to do something and then this particular and says, oh, but that's not how we do things. Then the next one says, oh, but that's not how we do things. So everything that I engage in is very personal. It's based off of my own experience, you know. So yeah.
And how has a family influenced your style of art?
Funny enough, I think I'm the first person at home to just attempt art and be somewhat successful or see it through.
Okay.
I do have a niece who's very artistic as well, but I'm the one that's gone to uni, got a diploma from it, studied it, and actually pursue it.
Okay.
So my granny was very encouraging when it came to my artistic endeavors.
Is she the one who raised you?
Yes, yes, she's one of the women that raised me.
Okay.
She knew that I loved poetry when she was around, so she would encourage me to write often, go out into the public and share what I've written. But I don't write for people. That's the thing.
Who do you write for?
I write for myself. I write for myself.
Do you paint for yourself?
Yes. Yes.
Do you do paint for yourself?
I try not to seek validation from other people. The only people that I seek validation from no longer walk on this earth. So I'll never get someone that's gonna say, oh Mandisa, that's pretty good, and be satisfied with it.
Okay.
You know?
You're self-motivated.
In a way, yeah.
In a way.
Yeah.
And who's the lady sitting next to you on the chair there?
This is my niece.
Okay.
The one that's very artistic as well. She dabbles in cinematography. She's a model, and yeah. So she inspires me in so many ways, as young as she is.
I like the way your eyes rested on the painting. What do you feel when you look at the painting?
Just pride.
Pride.
Yeah, it's like I raised her. We only, I'm only a couple of years older than her, but the life we've shared together is it's extraordinary. So having to see her go through different stages, I'm very proud.
Would you say you've inspired her to be an artist?
I want to say yes.
Why do you want to say yes?
Because we share so many experiences,
Yeah.
and people feed off of each other. Or if I didn't inspire her, I might have influenced some of the decisions she's taking into the artistic world. I don't know, she'll have to speak on that herself.
And the color choice on the painting, what led to that?
I like to keep my backgrounds. That's one of the common themes that you'll find in my paintings. It's just a blank brown background.
Why brown?
It's got historical reasons to it. It's like mainly in the Baroque era or Renaissance era, they used brown. So I liked that idea, and the one colored background pushes the subject forward. So you don't focus on anything else but what's being represented to you. So that's why, and I like adding color to it. So with the blank background, and then have fabric, texture, and then have the face be what's smooth and calm.
Elegance.
Yeah, it's just like a different mixture of things that blend well together. So if you take this one, for instance, it's the drapery or the cloth. It flows in a way, and it's just one color, but it's not really one color. You might think it's white and green, but there's tones and shades in it to make it look like it's folded or it's coming to life and all that. And yeah.
And how do the highlights and shadows play onto your paintings? Do you have like a creative or specific, rather, approach to how you want to like put the highlights and shadows?
Not necessarily. I take my own references.
Okay.
So I have an idea. I'm like, I have to make this, and I try to take those pictures as perfectly as possible.
Yeah.
And like I took this one a couple of years ago. There's quite a few references, but just one of them stuck out to me, which is the one I painted. So it's layers,
Beautiful.
layers, pushing and pulling. like
Pushing and pulling.
doing so much in a day, and then step back and be like, I see the vision. You know, it's really coming to life. And if it's not coming to life, then you keep on pushing.
You have requested that like we should hide one painting because you'd like to reveal it.
To do the big reveal,
To-
yeah.
but like
it's the one I fought for.
Yes.
So it doesn't just represent an idea, but me standing on my decisions and me believing in myself, in my ideas.
Yeah.
That's what it represents.
Would you like to tell us like something about the painting before you like reveal it? Something that like you've never told anyone, something that like you felt like you want to keep to yourself, but like
About the painting?
Yes, but I'm putting you here on the spot now
You
in
are.
front of the whole world.
You are. Let me think.
Take your time.
When I explained it, or when I typed out the whole idea to my lecturers, I made it sound like it's about the general public. But I feel like it's more of an internal thing.
Yeah.
That I need to take up my own space. I need to crown myself because nobody's gonna crown me. So I think that's the one thing that I've been holding back, that as much as it's not a painting of me, but it's about me, that I need to crown myself. Because the whole idea of the painting is someone, because I haven't revealed it as yet, it's someone just getting ready, you know, to make a place for themselves as well.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Yeah. Before you do the ultimate reveal of the painting, you
Yes,
know, you did mention that like it's important to you.
Yes.
And it's close to your heart.
They all are.
Yes. So,
But,
like sorry about
yes,
that.
yes.
You know, so what's one thing that like you'd like a viewer to feel? I know that like you said you don't do art for people, but like if you're to show someone the painting,
What's the one thing I
what
would like
would you
them
want
to
them
take
to
away?
feel so they understand the painting?
It's not just about the subject. I want the viewer to have the painting be a mirror, see themselves within the painting, that we are all able to take up our own individualistic spaces.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that the next person is going to be less than, or the other person is going to be more than. No, it's like we're all on the same plane. Just because I wear my confidence or my pride on my sleeves doesn't mean that I deem you, the next person, as less than. So just take it as a mirror and wear your own crown. And we all can be queens and kings.
Clap hands for yourself.
Thank you.
Clap hands for yourself. Okay. Do you have a name for the painting?
This one is titled Getting Ready. And it's a male getting ready to take up his own space. And like I said, I wish people to use this as a mirror, see themselves as worthy of taking up space as well, and put on their own crowns.
What are you feeling?
I don't often get proud, and having to see something of this nature, and every time I get proud of what I've created, because it started off as an idea and I brought it to life. And to think that I did that, you know, it's really a moment. Every single time I look at these, it's honestly a moment.